If you'd like to track every slide and then have your slides with names, what I do is I put a number in front of it so that I know what slide number it's on, just so I can reference it. But you can do it however you want. I would just make sure that you have names for each of your slides so that when you're tracking it, everything is automatically pulled from this versus defining it over here the way we were doing it. So I would remove all of the JavaScript functions, the global function on the first slide, and all of the other calls where we were manually creating the titles, and then go over to View, and then Slide Master, and let's start fresh. So what I'll do is I will create a trigger, execute the JavaScript. I'm going to paste this in. So this is the JavaScript that we got for the first section. And notice here where it says slide title. So the slide title is being defined because of the way we were doing it before. The way we were doing it before is good if you only want to track certain parts and certain points, maybe triggers or quizzes. But this, what I'm about to share, is tracking every slide no matter what. So it's always going to pull because we're setting it up on the master layer. So in order to do that, what we need to do is define the variable. So let's go over here and just copy and paste this. So it's the same function that we did before, but we're going to call it slide title. So the slide title is going to be pulled from a variable. And this is a function. So a function has to be called. But we don't need this global function if we're going to have it run on every slide. So we could just delete these two lines and see how there's this open bracket here. We have to go down to the bottom and delete this. So now everything looks good. So we have the JavaScript, but because we're trying to pull this variable, now of course we have to set it up. So I'll copy it when the timeline starts, and I am going to create a slide title variable. And now we're going to create another trigger so that we can adjust the title. So we'll set the slide title to the variable, and what I do is I just type in title, and we're going to do the slide title in the project. So that's what will happen there. And order matters, so we're going to set this first and then execute this. Let me just double check something here. Oh, I forgot to put in the webhook. Now we'll copy the address, and I will put it in here. So now we have the title being set, and we're running the JavaScript on every page. Let's see how this works. And now when we go to the pages, it will run every time. So notice that the pages are here. The slide titles are there, but if I come over here and I say home, and now we preview this again, when we land, it changed because I changed it in the slide. So this might be a faster way, but again, this will track every slide and it will run continuously. If you don't want to run it on a slide, then you just choose a different master slide.